Welcome to the Time YouTube channel, and here today we are going to see a video on fill in the blanks. These are vocab based questions taken from Telangana and AP ICET papers of 2025. So they will be very useful so that you will know, even in fill in the blanks, vocab fill in the blanks, how they give words, and you will also understand the difficulty level of these questions. So let us start the video. Okay, so if you have already not subscribed to our Time YouTube channel, please do subscribe, and you will get a large number of very informative videos. You can see, you can watch, and you can learn. They will be very useful for you. So let us go for the first question in the fill in the blanks format. Okay, so here it is. The explanation is given and a blank is given. So you need to choose one of the words, one of the options to fill in the blank there. So here's the first one. He says, planned or done in secret, especially for an illicit purpose. So planned or done in secret. So the key word here is secret. So let us choose yellow. Yeah. So anything that is done in secret is the word. So that is the key word. So done in secret, and another key word is there, and that is illicit. So secretly done. So illegal work done in secrecy. So here unplanned, it is planned or unplanned. That is not the important thing. As I told you, secrecy is the key word. Then we have legal. So if it is legal, it cannot be illicit. So if it is illicit, it cannot be illegal. Then we have open. Also is not the correct word. So if we eliminate those, you come closer to this word, even though you may not have seen it or you may not have come across this word, but still you can go closer to the correct one, and this is clandestine. Clandestine means anything that is secretly done, generally something that is illegal, right? So the first one, secret, something done secretly for an illicit purpose, it is clandestine. So clandestine, remember, it is something to do with secrecy. Next word, let us look at the next fill in the blank. That which lasts for a very short time. So anything that lasts for a short time, very less time. So he says he is talking about permanent. If it is short time, it cannot be permanent. If it is for short time, it cannot be lasting. Lasting means durable, being useful for a long time, lasting for a long time. Timeless also is, like almost like eternal, forever. That kind of idea is coming from these three words. So therefore, ephemeral is the best word. Ephemeral, it is a Greek word, ephemeros. What it means is lasting for a day, just one day. So anything that lasts for a very short time, we call it ephemeral. Sometimes our joys are ephemeral. Our of course, even difficult situations also will not last long. They will go, they are short-lived. So ephemeral, short-lived is the best word. Short-lived or ephemeral. Let us look at the next word. That which is concise and forcefully expressed. Anything very short and very forceful. Sometimes some words are so aptly used that they express the meaning very forcefully and also very briefly. So anything that is there. So this pidhi, what is pidhi? Pidhi is, pid is the center core part of anything. So let us keep it like this and just look at the other options. Voluntary, something that is done on one's own interest. The word comes from the word volition. Volition is something that comes from our own interest, our drive, our need to do it or our desire to do it. That is volition. So voluntary is something that you do on your own interest. So lengthy or long. So if it is concise, it cannot be lengthy. And violent, it is forcefully, does not mean violent. So we can remove this also. So pidi is the correct one. What I told you is pidi. Pid means the central core part of something. So here, what he's trying to say is that is the most important part. So the most important part, very briefly and forcefully, that person is making a statement. So that is pidi, full of meaning. That is what it means. Here, pidi means full of meaning, right? So concise and forcefully expressed, pidi. It was a pidi statement. It was a statement which is filled with meaning or full of meaning. Let us look at the next word. He has a voice that is loud and powerful. Some people have a very deep-throated, very bass voice, and it sounds really very good when they speak. So is it feeble? Feeble means something that is very weak. You know, a feeble voice would be very weak voice. Passive does not make any sense for voice because he has a voice that is loud and powerful. It has to be about voice. Active also has nothing to do with voice. So you eliminate. That way you will come to the word, stentorian. Stentorian is a very, deep-throated voice. And it is, nice and loud and powerful. It is not something like when somebody commands or shouts with anger. It is not that. When a person speaks itself, it will be, very loud, quite loud, not very loud, loud and powerful. And that kind of voice is called stentorian, a very serious voice. All right. So powerful, loud and powerful voice, stentorian voice. The dictator rules almost entirely by dash. Almost entirely by what? Unanimity. What is unanimity? Unanimity means when everybody agrees upon something. Consensus. When everybody agrees on something, it is called unanimous. So we come across this word more often than unanimity. We say unanimous decision. That is unanimity. Then persuasion, forcing somebody to do something. And then we have euphoria, a very pleasant feeling of excitement. When there is a lot of excitement and a lot of joy, we have that word euphoria. Eu means pleasant. Phoria is feeling, the feeling of excitement. Okay, so when people are excited over winning a match or when they pass an examination, they are euphoric. They are very happy and excited. And people say they are on cloud 9. Cloud 9 means, being very excited, right? And so we have the word fiat. Fiat means command. Orders and commands are fiat. So dictator rules entirely by fiats. That is, people sometimes pronounce as fiat. It is not fiat, it is fiat. Fiat is order, command, very strict orders and strict commands. They are fiat. So fiat is the word here. Then a dictator. Dictatorship means, his word is law. So his word is the fiat. It is this command. His command is the law. That is the meaning. Next one. The dash rainfall was welcomed by farmers in the parched land. So welcome means they are very happy. Those rains came. And parched land. What is parched land? Dry land. Just before summer, just after summer, just before the rains, the land will become dry and parched and sometimes even cracked. So that is parched land. And when rains come, the farmer is very happy. So there it was the welcome rain. So the first rains or initial rains, welcome rain. So capricious is something, that changes very often. Moody. Okay, so anything that changes very often is called capricious. Brazen, very bold and risky. Bold, brazen means bold. And copious is large amounts or heavy rain. And analogous is a comparison. The word analogy, coming from the word analogy, is a comparison. So analogous is compared to a particular thing, you can compare something that is similar to that. So that is analogous. So copious means in large amounts, or it is heavy rainfall. So when it rains and in good amount, the farmer is very happy. So copious rainfall was welcomed by farmers in the parched land. Let us look at the next word. Results are, see the words there. They all look similar. But are they similar? Are they the same? Awaited is the best word for that. Results are waiting, as if they are waiting for us. No, results are awaited. We are waiting for the results. And waited is wrong, and waits also is wrong. The same words in different verb forms it has been given. So results are awaited is the best usage, the best form to be used. Next one. The monk spent 3 years of his life as a dash, praying and meditating. So the monk is a religious person, a hermit, a sadhu. Okay, he spent 3 years of his life, and what was he doing? As a dash. So as a what? Pleasure seeker. Is he a pleasure seeker? If he is a pleasure seeker, he is not a monk, and he won't be praying. Okay, so he is a pleasure seeker. No, this also is no, because hedonist is the philosophy that pleasure is the only cause for existence. Pleasure is the cause. Pleasure is the main, reason for survival. That is pleasure seeking. So hedonist and a pleasure seeker, they are synonyms, right? So tyrant is it's tyranny. Tyranny is the rule of a tyrant. Now, a very merciless, cruel ruler is called tyrant, and his rule is called tyranny. So a tyrant is a very cruel, merciless, ruthless ruler. So tyrant is gone. So we have removed 3. Therefore, we have recluse. Recluse is a person living in isolation, leading a very solitary life, or leading a life in solitude, being alone. And only then this is possible. Meditating is possible and praying is possible. So a person who lives in isolation, who lives in solitude, is a recluse. So he lived his life as a recluse is the best word there. So recluse is, what living in isolation or living in solitude, solitary life. Next one. Judges are expected to conduct themselves with dash. So judges, they need to exemplify. They need to be examples to the other people. Not only judges, anybody who is looked up to has to be an example. In school, teachers need to exemplify. So here they need to, conduct themselves in a particular way. So what would it be? What is quorum? Quorum is the minimum number of people required for a meeting to be valid, or the decisions made to be valid. A minimum number of people, generally it is 1/3 or 2/3 rather. 2/3 should be the quorum So that is, quorum. Quorum is related to the number of members required in a meeting or in a session to make the decisions valid. Okay, so that is quorum. Indiscretion is carelessness. Discretion is being very careful, doing something with careful thought. That is discretion. Indiscretion means being careless. And indiscipline, judges are expected to conduct themselves with indiscipline. Do you think this could be one of the options? Not at all. So it is one of the options, but not the correct one. So propriety is, the correct word. Propriety means what? Proper behavior. Proper, the word comes from proper. Everything should be right. Everything they say, everything they do should be right. Therefore, judges are expected to conduct themselves with propriety, proper behavior. Okay? So, propriety is the best in the fill in the blank. Next one, fill in the blanks with a suitable word. So, dash intake of sugar can cause health problems. Dash intake of sugar means taking. Sugar taking means intake means eating, right? So access, this access is, to reach out, to reach something, to get the use of something. That is this access. Excess of is using more, but it is excess of intake, again, of sugar is not suitable. So this also is not suitable. Excessively intake of sugar also is not suitable. So excessive intake of sugar as an adjective, this is the best option. Excessive intake of sugar can cause health problems. So this option is the best option. This excess is totally ruled out. The other ones are using the word excess, but the form is not right. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Fill in the blank with a suitable word or words, here. So the usher showed us dash. So think of a scenario. Every sentence takes you to a new scenario. And here, we are, let us say, entering a cinema hall, and you have reached there after the show has begun, after the film has started screening. So then it will be dark. So you may not be able to find your way and find your seat. So there will be an usher who will help you with a small torch. He can take you to your seat and make you seated, help you be seated. So here, how to take, the usher showed us how to take photographs. Okay, is totally ruled out. When to comb your hair, this is meaningless actually. Where to sit is absolutely right. This is, and how to dance is not a choreographer. Okay, an usher is not a choreographer. So here, where to sit is the best option. The usher showed us where to sit is the correct sentence. Let us look at the next one. Fill in the blank with a suitable word. The dash of our civilizations from an agricultural society to today's complex industrial world was accompanied by war. So that transformation has always been, accompanied with war in some form or the other. Battles after battle, war after war. So what are the options here? The metamorphosis of civilizations. Does it make any sense? Okay, we will keep that, pending. We'll park it for some time, and then we'll look at the adjustment of our civilizations is ruled out. The root of our civilizations from an agriculture, the root is talking about, there was no root taken like that. So there is no root. Migration is movement from one part of the world to another part, from one place to another place. It is called migration. Movement of from one place to another place is called migration. That is also not right. Therefore, it is metamorphosis. Now, what is the meaning of metamorphosis, original meaning? What it means is a complete change in form, structure, and appearance. That is the meaning of metamorphosis. Morph is the changing part. Meta means complete change. So when there is complete change, this word you would have read in school when you were studying the life cycle of a butterfly. There will be egg, pupa, caterpillar, imago. Imago is the butterfly. So the earlier butterfly, the earlier forms of butterfly are totally different. So it was like that. From the agricultural society, the earlier old civilization, from there, when it came to this, there is no comparison at all. We are now totally different from the agricultural society of our very old civilization. So metamorphosis is the best word among the given. So here it is: adjustment, route, migration. So we'll go to the next one. Fill in the blank with a suitable word. The soldiers received a military dash to inspect all their vehicles before traveling. So the soldiers received a military dash. So what is that? Military, what will they receive? To inspect all their vehicles before traveling. So is it allotment? Military allotment is not right. Is it dominion? Dominion means rule. Is it military dominion did they get? Mandate means anything that is made compulsory. Anything that is made compulsory is called mandate. So they received a military mandate, an order to, inspect all their vehicles, before traveling. Affectation is when we imitate somebody, in our voice or in the way of walking. It is called affectation. When we try to talk as somebody else, or when we go to another country, we talk like those people, the natives of that place. Then our language will change a little bit. That change is called affected or affectation. Okay, so this is mandate, a military mandate to inspect all their vehicles before traveling. Next one, fill in the blank with a suitable word. The committee's decision was based on dash evidence rather than speculation. So I will give you the meaning of speculation. Speculation means guesswork. Okay, so that means what? Rather than speculation means there has to be something very positive there. It has to be a positive word here. So we'll try to remove the negative words. So unreliable is negative, baseless is negative, hypothetical means only in the mind. Something that is only in the mind, something that is based on guesswork. So he says the committee's decision was based on, not on unreliable evidence, not on baseless evidence, not on hypothetical evidence, which is based on guesswork, but it was based on tangible, something that you can see, where you can measure it, see it, and you can feel it. That is tangible. Tangible evidence rather than speculation. Speculation is guesswork. Okay, so then we will go to the next one. The next one, fill in the blank with a suitable word in the sentence below. The new marketing strategy was designed to dash the brand's image and attract younger audience. So you attract younger audience, brand's image, okay? So it won't be tarnish. Tarnish means to spoil. It is to spoil. Spoil means to, make it bad, make it worse. Tarnish is that. Tarnish a person's name is to spoil a person's name. To disrepute, put that name to disrepute, that is tarnish. Weaken, designed to weaken the brand's image, it will be meaningless if you say weaken. So obscure is what is not clear. Make it very hazy. So if you are making it very hazy, how can it be very clear so that, the image will be, improved and the younger audience will be attracted. How can that happen? It has to be elevate. They're designed to elevate. So this is the word, they elevate the brand's image. If the brand's image is elevated, then, they can attract younger audience. All right. So elevate is the best word there among the given words. Next one. Fill in the blank with a suitable word. The scientist theory was dash by years of extensive research and experimentation. So it was contradicted. The theory was contradicted by years of experience and experimentation. It won't work. Contradict means to say something opposite of what has been said. Suppose somebody says yes, and I say no. So I'm contradicting what that person, exactly opposite. When something exactly opposite is said to what has been already said, that is called contradict. So it is not contradicted, it is not rejected, and it is not weakened by years of research and experimentation. Have you observed? I'm trying to eliminate, first, so that I'm closer to the, if you know directly, if you know the word, do it, you can save time. Put it, use it, theory was dash. Put the correct answer and just go ahead without looking at the other options. But if you are doubtful, eliminate. Try to eliminate the ones that can be easily removed. Then you will be closer to the correct answer. So corroborate is the correct word. Corroborate actually means to match, to agree with what, has been said. So, or what has been done earlier. So the scientist theory was corroborated. It matched, it worked, it agrees, by years of extensive research and experimentation. The experimentation endorsed, the research also endorsed his theory. Endorsed means made it, approved it and said, yes, this research and experimentation says that this theory is right, is dependable. That is the meaning of, the word corroborate. Originally, it only means agree or match. My story is not corroborating with the other person's story. Corroborating means matching. But here, it is matching only, but in a different way. So corroborated by years of. So this is the best option, the nearest option there. So join or subscribe, our channels, and these are the, we have various, links, and the links given are given in the description box. And for classroom coaching, do contact our nearest, your nearest time center. And for online courses, you can enroll at www.timeforeducation.com TG AP ICET. So I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope it has been useful to you. Wish you all the best. Thank you.